Well, here we are. I doubt there's anyone in Sao Paulo who's unaware of this match. The build-up has been so fervent, so fanatical, and the expectations are reaching fever pitch. It is Corinthians versus Palmeiras, and it is going to be quite the showdown. The Estadio Urbano Caldera is small for a top-flight venue, but it makes up for that with its history and its heritage. So bring it on.
Well, what a game this is, Peter. The pressure on both sets of players is tremendous, and they're both expected to win no matter what. It doesn't matter if you're contesting a title, a final, or just playing for pride. This one's always special.
And already we're underway here. It's us or them. Always has been, always will be.
Well, having experience of games like this, Peter, getting the balance right between aggression and discipline is always key. Yeah, of course you want to make your presence felt, but not for the wrong reasons.
And it's Michel Platini. Looking to play him in.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Del Piero is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Pelé.
For me, Peter, Albert Ferrer was one of the very best defenders of the 1990s.
And of course he... And the shot! It's... Oh, what has happened here? This time, surely! Dispatched clinically! And Palmeiras score first! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Palmeiras penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Turan. And it's Messi. Applies the finish! Off the post! Zola is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Zola. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Marquez. Now Gattuso. Oh, good read. Pirlo conjures time and space where few can. That's beautifully weighted. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And here's Messi, looking for options for movement. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Now it's Pelé. Out of play for a throw. No way through. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
They've got a corner here. Palmeiras with the corner, there first. is there, and he can get that clear. But it goes. Oh, good chance! It's in! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. And that is fabulous, a true beauty of a goal.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Dink through. And that is expertly dealt with. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
No, again, there's no way through. Pedri. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Pirlo.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Kaká's cross. Van Dijk getting this one clear. Maldini. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Palmeiras certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Palmeiras sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. So off we go once more. Turan, always a very imposing presence at the back. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Messi. Kaká. This is Messi.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Pelé. Oh, this is a very good run.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Del Piero. Now it's Messi. And here's Kaká. Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pirlo. And it's Kaká. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Kaká demonstrating his defensive quality there. Maldini. Noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Well, they seem intent.
There's the shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are pulling clear here. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Palmeiras find a position of real strength now.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
And here's Messi. Pirlo to take it as usual. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Palmeiras have the chance to go the other way.
Público presente na partida de hoje. 9.187 espectadores.
And here's Mbappe. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And the shot! They've scored! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up...
And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance he denied.
He really ended up between a rock and a hard place then, Peter. Probably took the harder choice.
And Chet pulls off a sensational save. A lot of space ahead. Shot, surely! Keeper always had the measure of that.
That's the threat he carries, Peter, running at defences like that. If only he managed to retain his composure.
Palmeiras have their second corner now. And now they can spring out of defence. Gattuso, Marquez. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pressing high and with purpose. Del Piero. Pirlo. Some resolute defending there. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Pelé. It's made its way to him. And he shoots! Goal! How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And this is Messi, and Messi! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Platini.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And he's intervened well there. Gattuso. Pirlo. And it's Thuram. Nicely weighted ball. Pelé will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well, they put it back in a hurry. Zola looking to be a menace in the final third. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, it's a great ball. Can he finish? It's Ronaldo, and the keeper couldn't hold it. He scores! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
And yes, it's him again. It's an imaginative pass. That is a little undercooked. And it's Kaka. Zola, nicely aimed pass. Now it's Platini. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here.
Substituição em andamento.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Palmeiras pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, ruthlessness, relentlessness. Pelé claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, how will we look back on that?
Palmeiras really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. So the gloves are off as two of Sao Paulo's biggest beasts prepare to do battle. Corinthians and Palmeiras have plenty of history, plenty of titles and silverware between them. You can just feel the electricity in the air here. This is one highly charged occasion. The great team, the people's team, that is what Corinthians have come to be called over the years. And this, of course, is the ultimate sanctuary for those who only see black and white. Familiar feeling this for you, Jim.
Well, what a game this is, Peter. The pressure on both sets of players is tremendous, and they're both expected to win no matter what. It doesn't matter if you're contesting a title, a final, or just playing for pride. This one's always special.
The action has already started. And when these two meet, generally speaking, sparks fly.
Well, if the pre-game rhetoric is anything to go by, Peter, there's going to be a lot of strong stuff on show here. However it goes, we're in for something special.
Nicely weighted ball. It's a promising position. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Engages and forces him off the ball. Driving forward.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Good ball, good... And the shot! Dispatched clinically. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Palmeiras are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Palmeiras penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
There's a no-nonsense tackle.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Mbappe. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
It's run loose here. Just eases him off the ball. And here's Del Piero. Pele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Nice interception, well timed.
This is the time you need that pace.
Probing pass. And this is Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! Now, can they get him away? Nice looking ball. Oh, good ball. Takes a shot! It's a goal! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Things starting to look... He's having a shot! And it's come back out to him. Just cruising! They are cruising! And he is just ripping it up! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, talk about being...
And he shoots! And it's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Del Piero. Now, can they get it back? Out for a throw. And it's Gattuso. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Chance here to counter. Great vision. Now it's Mbappe. And he's running through. Can he finish? They've scored! And they're at it again in double quick time.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
As if 3 weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Oh, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down.
Shapes to shoot! Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pedri, and it's been played through. And the finish! He's come in hard. Messi, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Del Piero. And it's Michel Platini. Corinthians are looking to break at pace. And here's Ibrahimovic. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And we hit half-time. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Palmeiras pretty much out of sight here. It really has been a one-sided game so far. And we are back underway. And he's straight offside. Good pressing, squeezing the play. Stood up well to him there. Messi. Passing is crisp and sharp. Van Dijk. Platini.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Maldini, the man that is tenacity personified. Edmilson. Looking to play him in. That's an excellent interception. He is slightly undercooked, that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And this is Pele! Varane did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Thuram. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying.
Chance! And he seemed certain to get the sixth. The referee's ball played back and has booked him for the original offence. The message is clear, none shall pass.
Público presente na partida de hoje. 60.810 espectadores.
Edmilson is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And here's Messi. Aimed beyond the defence. Platini. Platini powering forward here. Pedri given the lift of his goal. Pele. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Zola showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Messi. And this is Ibrahimovic. Pedri. Looking for the run. Zola looking to get on the end of this. Great chance! And that has been clubbed away. And he's had it nicked away.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Tries to pass it through. Half an hour gone in the second half. It's played through for him. He is through here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, he's found support out wide. Platini picks it up out wide. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Pirlo. Pedri, and he's managed to... And a chance! He's got a goal! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
Pirlo. Good-looking ball. Ibrahimovic! Platini. Pele, and the counter is on. Oh, super find. Kaka. And it's Ibrahimovic. And it's Ibrahimovic. Platini. And they can counter here. Pedri, played with finesse. Corinthians needed that, they really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Messi,
Minuto
he's
de
tried one!
acréscimo.
And that's past the post. Maldini. And time is up. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. Mbappe, totally unstoppable today. Everything he touched turned to goals.
Senhoras e senhores,
So there it is. What struck you most about that?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look at the players celebrating with the fans. Everyone pumped. Takes me back.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.